Okay, so I have to just seriously, let's look at the consistency of this scrub. When I'm talking about, it is a lovely consistency that's going to be easy to use. You can see that when you're scooping it out. Look at how amazing that is. And this is completely cooled, so it's not like our shea butter is still heated up or anything like that. This will be the final consistency of your scrub. Welcome back to the Summer Rain channel. Today we are making an absolutely amazing product. We are going to make our own emulsified sugar scrub. If you've been following along for a while, you know that I absolutely love exfoliating. It is so very important for our skin. And the glycerin based, for me, sugar scrubs they're my favorite. They're my absolute favorite. I know I say that about everything. I like the other ones, but the glycerin, I just love the consistency. I love the texture of it. I love the way that it feels when I'm using it on my skin. In this video, I'm going to go over all the ingredients, why we use them, what they bring to the recipe, everything like that. Then we're going to dive in. You're going to learn just how easy this is to make. So without further ado, let's dive in. Let's learn about the ingredients and then how to make our own emulsified sugar scrub. So there are so many things that you can do with a sugar scrub. There are so many different kinds of sugar scrubs and so many that you can make. This one is an emulsified sugar scrub. So what that's going to mean is it means that when you use it, it's going to rinse the oils off of your skin so you don't have a greasy residue. Now, the ingredient that does that, the superstar of this recipe to make it emulsified, is our Polysorbate 20. So Polysorbate 20, what it's going to do is emulsify your oils and make them a rinse off product. So when you use it, you don't have to rinse the oils off. Now, I kind of want to say that everything just depends on what you're going for. I don't necessarily think not having an emulsifier is a bad thing in a sugar scrub, but just for this sugar scrub, I wanted one that was emulsified so the oils wash off and you don't have to wash after you use the sugar scrub. The next ingredient that I chose was glycerin. So glycerin is a humectant, meaning that it draws moisture and holds it to your skin. Also, I choose glycerin in this recipe because it gives it such an amazing consistency. In more crunchier recipes where you're just using sugar and oil, again, nothing wrong with that, you kind of get a different consistency. This one is easy when I'm in the shower and I'm using it and I have my exfoliating glove, or if I'm just using my hand. It's just a lovely consistency. It's going to spread over my body easily and it's going to kind of hold together. Sometimes products are a little bit thick or crunchy or harder to use. This one feels amazing on your skin, and like I said, exfoliating is so important. So in this recipe, I use shea butter. I use that to add a little bit of thickness to our scrub, right? The glycerin and the carrier oil are going to make it rather thin, but the shea butter is just going to add a little bit more of a solid consistency, not to make it so hard that it's hard to use or it's kind of brittle or breaking apart, but just to kind of hold it together a little bit. Also, it adds just a nice creaminess to our exfoliating scrub. The next ingredient that I use is our carrier oil. In this, I'm using sweet almond oil, but you can certainly use any oil that you have. That's not going to significantly change the recipe at all. It's just something to add a little bit of the moisturizing and the hydrating properties into our scrub. Now, the superstar of this recipe obviously is going to be the exfoliant, which is sugar. So I love sugar as an exfoliant. It's super cheap, it exfoliates well, it's safe for your skin. It's not going to be abrasive or damaging or anything like that. Also, when you're using it, and you'll notice as you're scrubbing or as you're using it, because you have the water, it's going to start to dissolve. So it starts out a little bit stronger and then it starts exfoliating a little bit less. Absolutely amazing in this scrub. But we never want to use anything that's not safe on our skin because it can tear and cause damage. Now, an easy substitute, if you wanted to make a salt scrub instead of a sugar scrub, just swap it out. Just make sure that you're using a fine grained salt if you're doing. So if you're using like a Himalayan salt, just use a fine grained one. Okay, so as important as the ingredients that we use are, the ingredients that we don't use are equally as important. And I know that sounds kind of silly, but let me explain really quick. In this recipe, there is no water included, so there's no need really for a preservative. So when you're using this scrub, make sure you keep that in mind. You never want to have wet hands and dip into your scrub. I would suggest getting, some kind of container and putting as much of the scrub as you're going to use at the time, or dry your hands off, make sure they're not wet before you dip in. We never want to have something that's going to go bad on us, so just keep that in mind when using your scrub. You certainly could add a preservative in. I typically, just as a rule of thumb, never try to dip wet hands into any container because I feel like it's just asking for trouble. So when you're using the scrub, keep that in mind. So here's all of our ingredients. We have our granulated sugar, our vegetable glycerin, shea butter, sweet almond oil, mica powder, fragrance oil, and I'm using lemon pound cake, which smells amazing, and Polysorbate 20. With these ingredients, our heat phase are going to be these two, right? So we got our shea butter and our sweet almond oil. You technically could add the vegetable glycerin, but I'm not going to. So those are going to be our heat phase, and then the rest go into the scrub after we heat those up. In a heat-safe container, you're going to take your shea butter. We're going to add our sweet almond oil. We will go ahead, get a pan with a little bit of water and a silicone mat. I put the silicone mat in there so the glass isn't bumping around. The reason why we use the double boiler method is we don't want to overheat our oils, right? We only want to heat them up enough to where they're melted. So we're just going to go ahead, we're going to put our heat phase ingredients in there. We're going to pop this on a stove that's on a low to medium heat until it's completely melted. Now, while you have it on the stove, come in with your spatula and be mixing it, because again, we just want to get this melted. We don't want to overheat any of our butters or oils. Now that our oils are completely melted, we're going to pull them off the stove. Now, I come in with something just to dry off the container, right? We don't want to get any water into this formula because it's not going to have a preservative. So just wipe your container off so you don't contaminate your sugar scrub. Go ahead and grab a mixing container. We're going to put our heated oils in there. We're going to add the Polysorbate 20. Add your vegetable glycerin, our fragrance oil, and at the same time, the mica powder. What we're going to want to do is come in, we're going to give all of our liquid ingredients and the mica powder a really good mix, just really get everything incorporated. I like to do this before I add the sugar because that way you make sure that everything's mixed in very well. Then we're going to add our sugar, and we are going to give this a very good mix. If you wanted to, you could swap the sugar out for like a salt. So if you wanted to use like a Himalayan salt or something like that, super easy to go ahead and swap that out in this recipe. And it's going to be a little bit harder to mix everything in. Just make sure that you get all of the sugar completely coated and mixed in so there's no clumps of just sugar. And what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and put our emulsified sugar scrub into the container that we're going to store it in. I am loving the consistency of this right now. And we'll go ahead and just put the lid right on it. There is your finished emulsified sugar scrub. What you're going to want to do is go ahead and scoop a little bit of your product out of the jar, add a little bit of water, and we're going to take our scrub and we are going to use it in a circular motion. Once we do that, we're going to go ahead and rinse it off. And again, this is an emulsified product, so it will rinse off without no oily residue. I really hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed making and using your emulsified sugar scrub as much as I did. Let me know what your favorite sugar scrub smells are down in the comments. So I typically don't use foodie smells in a lot of products, but I don't know why a emulsified sugar scrub, it just smells so amazing, and it's amazing to use in the shower, which food smells and showers you wouldn't think would go hand in hand. But let me know what your favorite scents are to use in your sugar scrubs. If you haven't done so already, be sure you hit the like and subscribe button down below. I do put the full recipe down there. There's also a link to my blog, so summerrain.website. I have the full written recipe on there, also some more details on my blog, and there's a printable recipe, so if that's a little bit easier for you, that resource is available. I really hope you enjoyed the video.